Live? We're going live?
Yeah, we're gonna go live.
Awesome. Hey everyone. Okay, this is a super exciting day today. Today is the day where you can in-store grab the new colors. So we just launched 7 new colors. These are stunning. They are gorgeous, and what a great time for fall because we've got some beautiful rich hues, some terracottas that we have never had in our line before. And then of course, by popular demand, our dark purple and our lavender. We love these colors, plus a couple of colors that we've had for a very long time in our Homestead House collection, which is our parent company. That's how I developed Fusion Mineral Paint, was by working with paint for so many years. And one of my personal favorites is Acadia Pear and Tapestry. So we're going to go into a little bit about all these colors, but today is the day that you can actually go in store and grab these beautiful new colors. You may have pre-ordered them already, but we have an amazing contest as well. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to say something?
Yeah, no, just
okay.
Acadia Pear we use a ton, but no, I was just getting you to look at both cameras here.
Okay, I'm kind of just like looking. We have 2 cameras. We're running live on Instagram, live on Facebook, and I just wanted to show you some of these beautiful colors. So let's get started. Now, if you have the opportunity to grab one of these are our add-ons for our fan decks, so that you can see all the colors next to what all the other colors look like, because they can look quite similar until you see them side by side. Let's start off with this beautiful color. This one's called Elmwood. Super stunning, gorgeous. And I'm going to read to you the color description. So it's rooted in brown. This dark neutral is inspired by cocoa hues, a complex shade with lingering gray undertones for a warm and charming look. Really quite a stunning color. Can't wait to see this one. It's kind of like, you know, Little Lamb. It's far less blue than Little Lamb, so it's really quite stunning. And we do have a bunch of comparisons as well that we are going to be sharing with you on as we sort of every week showcase each color. We'll compare what it looks like next to other colors that you may know in the line. So that is Elmwood. Super stunning and rich. It kind of almost has a slight purplish cast to it. Very slight with that sort of cocoa undertone. Tapestry. This is super stunning. It's sort of a neutral, but it's such a warm neutral. It has a nice sort of green undertone to it, but kind of looks like a beigey neutral. So I'll read to you the description of this one. It's a green twist to a classic beige. Tapestry is an elegant, soft neutral that is ideal for a relaxing atmosphere. But I would agree. I actually have my office painted in this color for many years. So this again is another color that comes from our heritage, our Homestead House collection that we've had for about, this one we've had for about 20 years. Really love this. I think this was in our Craftsman collection. Was Tapestry in our Craftsman collection?
It was, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Stunning, really beautiful. Love this color. So it's a greenish undertone, beige, super pretty.
Just to kind of do a little compare too, we've
got
yes. Algonquin here.
This is Algonquin.
Tapestry. And then we have Bedford. You can see how Bedford is a little bit more green.
Yeah, and lighter too. So this has a little more depth to it. Really quite stunning. Very nice. Okay, and then let's chat about Acadia Pear. This is probably my absolute favorite color of them all forever. As long as I can remember when I was a kid painting with Acadia Pear. How many years would you say we've had this color?
That was one of the
30,
originals.
35?
Actually, we've got a color board over in the other office. It is 34 years old with Acadia Pear on it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So 34 years. It's unbelievable. It's been one of my absolute favorites. Now you'll notice that the color in the container always looks different than when it's dry. So never judge the color by the container. It's always great to have an actual swatch, or you can grab tester sizes as well. These are really excellent value. For about $7 or $8, you get this little guy, and it's enough to paint, you know, a small little project, a side table, very small surface. And that way you can also truly test the color out in your lighting, because lighting, your color's gonna look different depending on the lighting. So this is Acadia Pear, again, one of my absolute favorites in our office downtown Toronto that we used to have. I had the desk painted in Acadia Pear with a nice sort of Sherwood brown top to it, but that was one of my absolute favorite colors.
This is a comparison there. We've got the carriage house here, Acadia Pear, and then we have lichen.
Lichen,
You
yes.
see how much lighter lichen is compared to Acadia Pear.
Yeah, it's a really nice. I've always thought of Acadia Pear as like a sage color. I really, truly, this has been one of my absolute favorites. So I'm really happy to see that finally, after 10 years of fusion, we're bringing out Acadia Pear because it's one of my absolute favorite colors of all time.
It's timeless. It
It
really
is timeless, absolutely. And you'll notice that a lot of these colors, you know, they work really, really well together, and they really have a nice sort of countryside, sort of farmhouse feel to it.
Yeah, Megan definitely honed in on, especially the colors that we're coming into.
Yes.
They go very well with
Oh
these.
my goodness. Okay,
Yeah.
very excited for these colors. We have two colors. One's called Iron Clay and the other one's called Chestnut Mare. And what I love about these is we don't have anything in our collection like this at all. So let's start off with Iron Clay first. It really is a true terracotta. There we go. It's a true terracotta. It's super stunning, very beautiful. And I have to say, like, when we're traveling and visiting retailers in Europe, when you're walking down the streets and you're seeing those beautiful buildings in Italy with the old plaster, it's just, it reminds me of these colors.
And the
Yeah,
roofs.
and the roofs. Yeah, the roofs with the terracotta.
It is.
Yeah, it's actually terracotta.
Roofs
yeah.
that actually last for centuries.
So this one's called Iron Clay. We've never had a color like this in the line, so it's about time. I'm very, very happy with it. And then we have another color. You would think it looks similar, but they're actually quite different. This one's called Chestnut Mare. It's much, much lighter. It's more of a leather sort of cognac color, and we do get a lot of questions for people asking for a recipe for a leather color. So this is going to be sort of that perfect leather color. And then when you compare the two together, I'm not sure, how is that showing up on the camera, Mom? Is it looking, can you see the difference of the two
I can
colors?
definitely see the difference, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Iron Clay is more heavily saturated. It's got a little bit more of a red hue undertone, or an iron oxide undertone. And, of course, Chestnut Mare has a little bit more of yellow. And we will go into depth a little further on our next two lives on the color comparisons, for sure.
Can I- yeah.
here's also
Oh, yes, here we
side by
go.
side next to mustard.
So this one's the Chestnut Mare. This is the Iron Clay, and this is mustard. So very, very different, but really nice warm colors. Really loving this feel here.
You're going to love the coverage of these two. They're very highly saturated, heavily pigmented. Yeah.
Definitely. That's the best thing about actually all of these new colors. The coverage of them is phenomenal. And I say, you know, you're usually looking at 2 thin coats. We never guarantee 1 coat full coverage, but 2 thin coats is kind of the best way to go about it. What I wanted to showcase too, look at that color combination together.
That's what Megan was
Or
honing in on.
look at
like
that
all
color
of them
combination
yes.
together.
Yeah.
They all work so well together. Phenomenal. Really, really beautiful. Okay, now let's chat about purples. We know people ask for purples forever. So here we are, finally. I love lavender. Lavender is so pretty. I have it in my home everywhere. It smells beautiful. So this one's called Lavender Haze, and it's really just such a super beautiful color. It's called, the description is inspired by French lavender at dusk, with strong mauve undertones for a delicate and weathered hue. So pretty, so romantic, absolutely.
It's
Stunning,
just
stunning.
a little bit muted as well. Not muted as in dull, but it's got that almost a little bit more, getting back into the iron oxide again, the red, just a touch of that. Yeah.
So in comparison, this is our damask here, and then this is our rose watercolor. So you can sort of see where lavender lies in between. It's very different. It is a true purple compared to the other pinks that we have in the range there. So that's awesome. And then last but not least, we have this beautiful, deep, rich velvet plum. Absolutely stunning. I guess I can sit down during this.
Yeah.
But the velvet plum is gorgeous. It is that sort of nice, deep, rich purple that everyone's been asking for. And the color description on this one is powerful and regal. This purple brings confident energy into any space. And it really is such a stunning, deep, rich color. So here we are. We've got it on here. And I believe this one here is elderberry, and I think this one's Winchester, I believe. Or it's the opposite way.
Yeah,
Winchester then elderberry.
And elderberry, yeah.
There we go. So we've got this color, velvet plum in the middle, and you can really see how blue purple it is versus the elderberry that's sort of that like rich, I don't want to say cranberry, but more on that sort of, reddish tone, the magenta tone. And then, so it's really finally a true purple that people have been asking for. So, so excited. What's your favorite color? What do you want to try? What projects do you have to paint? We're really excited to see all of your amazing creations with this. Do we have any questions at all? Questions or comments?
Glasses. Let me get my glasses. Actually, pop in if you can. What color you are dying to try first? I know I have a couple of favorites here. Let me just scroll down, see if there's any particular questions.
Look at this together. That with the tapestry, that collection, so beautiful. And then again, I'll showcase the differences between the Chestnut Mare and the iron clay. You can really see them, how different they are when they're side by side.
Mm-hmm. On the color brochure, actually, they look like the same color, but they are very different. How similar is the velvet plum to twilight geranium?
Oh, good question.
Gosh,
I don't have.
I can go get
do you
out
have
here.
A sample of the twilight geranium? We don't have that color anymore in the collection. But we'll see if we can find it to show the difference.
Yeah, I did have it.
But there's our velvet plum alongside the elderberry and the Winchester. So this one is velvet plum. You can really see the difference there in that purple tone. And then
Here's twilight geranium.
I'm going to show. Oh, you have twilight geranium. Oh, okay, great.
That's
an older fan
deck, yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So velvet plum is much sort of deeper.
Vibrant. It's definitely more vibrant.
Got more. I feel like it's
deeper, darker.
It's deeper, darker purple.
Yeah, and not as muted.
Not as muted, because twilight geranium is definitely more muted. So this has a little more punch.
Can you angle it a little bit more?
Which way?
And put it
this
down.
This way or this way?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So twilight geranium is the one on the bottom, and velvet plum's on the top. Definitely in person, I can see a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
yeah,
a little more pure. A little more pure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go. Very good question.
And lighting, of course, is going to make a big difference, right?
Let's showcase Elmwood for a second, because Elmwood is very different. So we've got Woodwick here, and then we've got Oakham on this side, and Elmwood is in the middle. It's actually much lighter. I really like it. Mm-hmm. Really pretty. I also want to show off the Acadia Pear, because that is one of my ultimate favorites that we've had. And I know we have a lot of greens in our line, but it is really quite different. So this color here is Carriage House. This is Acadia Pear. Then we have Lichen, and you can see again how different they are.
Fun fact, actually, since you said green, we have so many greens. Green is one of those colors in nature that our eye can depict more colors of green than any other color.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Like matcha green.
Hey, that'll be the next collection. Mm-hmm. I do have a couple questions here.
Great.
We have, could I use fusion to paint the exterior of an old bathtub?
Like outside of a bathtub?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's not rusting, like a cast iron bathtub, but we actually do that.
We have, as long as the surface is in good condition, you don't have rusting or anything like that, I'd clean it with the TSP alternative. And fusion mineral paint will adhere even to like old oil-based paint that's old, as long as it's not, super high gloss or greasy or anything like that. As long as you clean it, you can definitely
clean it, because there's going to be a lot of soap residue on the bathtub, more than you actually know. Like the hair conditioners are really notorious. Like, oh, why didn't it stick to anywhere except for this one little drip? And it was probably some soap residue or hair conditioner. But the other thing is, old bathtubs, if it was leaded paint, just clean it. I wouldn't sand it and paint over it. Okay, you don't want to disrupt the old lead paint by making it dusty and airborne. So,
But I just wanted to say, for so many people that are just joining us now, you maybe haven't tackled a piece of furniture before. It may seem a little bit overwhelming. I promise you, it's much easier than you think. And the most important thing is clean your piece. So start off with our TSP alternative. So it's actually phosphate free. It's biodegradable, organic. It comes in a small container. You just mix a little bit in with water, and it's a concentrated formula to really clean your piece, because you want to give the paint something to stick to. If there's grease on it, or if it's a super high gloss, it makes it a little bit less easy for the paint to adhere. We want to have a really nice, good, stable base for that paint to stick to. And then once you've done that, let it dry for 15 minutes, it's done. You don't need to rinse it. Our formula is a no rinse formula, so it's super straightforward and easy to use. Then go ahead with the paint. 1 to 2 coats is pretty much all you're gonna need. If you are going from an extreme, light to dark or dark to light, you can use more coats, but I always stress thinner coats is better, because if you have too much paint on your brush and you're trying to get a nice smooth even finish, you're trying to work out all that texture. The texture is really from too much paint on the brush. So just, go sparingly.
It's very common.
Yeah, and it is probably the most common thing. People kind of overload it and work it. At the beginning, you can kind of do that, but then I offload the excess onto like the side of my jar or something so that I can smooth out the paint. We've got a couple of tips for how to do that too. You can use a spray mister with water. If your climate is super dry and hot, not very humid, you'll notice as you're painting, your paint might start to dry a little bit faster. So you can grab the spray mister to add just a little bit of like water to that, so that way it doesn't dry as quick. You can add our extender right into the paint, which does the same thing, or our glaze. Add a little touch of glaze, and that really allows for much longer open time and working time, so you can get a super smooth finish. It's just once it starts to dry on you, that's when you create texture as you're going back and forth with your brush.
Somebody wants just another little bit of an explanation
Yes.
regarding the terracotta color
Okay.
of iron clay
Yep.
and chestnut mare.
Awesome. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful colors. So here we've got the iron clay, mustard, and then the it's chestnut mare. you said terracotta.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
The iron clay
Yes.
has a terracotta. It's
Yes.
more red.
And
as
then
well.
this chestnut mare is supposed to be more like a cognac leather color.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got our mustard over here.
Yeah. And we just put the chestnut
made the
mare
opposite
next
way.
to mustard, so you can kind of see how much.
It has almost like a peachy tone to it as well. It's very soft, really quite pretty, really, really stunning.
Excellent coverage on these, by the way.
Yes, amazing.
If I didn't mention already.
So let me tell you about the contest that we have running right now. If you pop into your local retailer, all you gotta do is take a photo of the display of the new colors, post it up on Instagram or our Facebook Paint It Beautiful group, tag the retailer, and there's a hashtag that you use as well, and I'm totally forgetting the hashtag. I believe it's like Go Local Fusion, but I've got to look that one up again. We'll put the details in, but if you check out the contest details, they're all online. They're on the different platforms, so our Instagram has the contest posted and Facebook too. So definitely you'll want to do that.
The instructions are at the store as well. If it's Fusion Local 2024 or Local Fusion 2024, I can't remember. Oh my God. Age.
Someone in the marketing department, text me quickly. I can look it up. I can look on my phone.
There's another question here. Can we add salt wash to this? So I'm gathering that they want to create texture.
So we have a different alternative product to salt wash. It's called Fresco, and it's essentially a powder that you add into the paint, and it will create amazing texture. So I would use the Fresco. You just stir it in a little bit, and you can create super chunky texture or subtle texture, whatever you want. You can achieve it. But take a look at Fresco. You can hop over to our website, and you can just go into the search bar Fresco, and you'll see lots of different techniques and different ways that we've used it. Everything on furniture, and even like faux concrete pots, that type of thing. So Fresco is fantastic.
Alternatively, you use the powdered milk paint. You just don't add as much water. And
so we also have milk paint that'll do the exact same thing, and we have milk paint in over 100 different colors. And yes, when you're mixing your milk paint, you just mix it a little bit thicker, and you apply it a little bit more sort of like stippling. You can dry it quickly with a hairdryer. It'll create natural cracks. So definitely, if you're looking for texture, check out milk paint as well, because you can get either a super smooth finish with milk paint or a very heavily textured effect, any range in between that. And it's really all about how much water you add into the powder. That's it. Super straightforward. We have an amazing YouTube channel as well where we walk you through amazing. We walk you through all these questions that you have. You can pretty much go into YouTube and Google how to blank with Fusion Mineral Paint. And I've most likely done a video already out there, or there's a great blog post that we've got. And we really aim to educate and inspire. That is our goal. And I really just want everyone to feel that they can paint it beautiful. It's not super challenging or overwhelming, and just trust the process. This is what Fresco looks like. It comes in a package like this, and it's powder, and you just add it into the water.
And actually, that's just milk paint, not mixed up as much. So you're basically, you don't even have to start with paint and powder put together. You just put less water into the powder. So this is the powdered milk paint mixed up and applied. Really fun. Yeah, and then it gets all cracky. Yeah, and that's with like a thick application and maybe a hair dryer. And that's it. You don't need all these additives. You don't need these extra products. Literally, milk paint does this all on its own. So really, really fun. I definitely encourage you to do a little bit of research there on that. Yeah, just try it. So I have to go because if you are anywhere in southwestern Ontario, if you are near Niagara Falls, I'm actually heading down there now. Please come and say hi to me. I'm going to be at Victorian Porch in St. Catharines at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am doing another live there. I'm actually doing a painting demo. So I would love to see you if you're in the area, and feel free to post more questions. We'll be happy to answer them. I can't wait to see what you paint it beautiful with these stunning new colors. These are fabulous. These colors were really missing from our collection. And now we've got a very, very thorough fan deck with all these beautiful images, all these beautiful colors. What I wanted to point out too, if you can get your hands on one of these fan decks, at the back, there's a bunch of custom color recipes, and they're so easy to follow. So for example, if you want a chartreuse, like this color, you take 1 tester of Liberty Blue and 1 pint of Little Star, and boom, there you've got that color. So on the back of this fan deck, there's over 50 custom blends, so you can get a whole range of different tones and colors. You can order these through your retailer. It also has the metallics in here, so really it showcases everything that we have, which is awesome. Plus all of our new colors. And all the fan decks that we are selling now have the new colors. Everything is current up into 2024, this new collection that we've just released. So I definitely encourage you to get your hands on this. If you've got one from before and you just want to add the new colors, you can grab an add-on fan deck, this little guy right here. And I'm missing a color. Where is it? I do have 2 more questions. Sorry.
Ta-da! And you can add this on. This is only a couple of dollars, and you can add it right into your fan deck there. Couple questions?
Yeah, somebody was asking about what was the color lichen. So this was the carriage house, this is the new Acadia Pear, and this is the color lichen.
I really like lichen. It's been one of my favorites for a long time. But there's something extra special about Acadia Pear with the depth that it has.
And it goes so well with any of the golds or the yellows. It's
yes,
perfect.
Well, I wonder if I can show. Yeah, we don't really have yellows, but I mean, it works. It works with these. Mm-hmm. That color combo, so stunning. And then maybe like buttermilk cream. I'm thinking of that house.
The house, yeah, that was painted.
In Niagara Falls, actually. If you're going down Niagara Falls Parkway, I think it is, there's a beautiful Airbnb there, and they have a similar combination. I wonder if it was like garden seed, Acadia Pear, and spice. It was those 3 colors.
When we came up with Craftsman, they ended up using our paint.
Similar
they have
to
the
that.
turret. Yeah,
so beautiful.
It was spice as well.
Yeah.
One of the colors.
Yeah.
And the other question is, what was that color? It's Algonquin. This was the beige gray that she wanted to know. I think it was Barbara on Instagram.
It's amazing how different it looks when it's isolated, but also when it's side by side with other colors. Because color is all about perspective and lighting, what you have around it. That's why we say, grabbing a tester is actually a really great way to truly see what the color is in your lighting. These little babies are about $7 or $8 a piece, and there's quite a lot of paint in them.
It's 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons.
It's really
it doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually is quite a bit. And you can definitely paint, that little side table there, which you can't see, nice little side table, skinny little legs on the top, you can paint all of that. If you wanted to make it a color wash, I saw someone posting the other day on Paint It Beautiful, is one of these testers in chocolate enough to do a tabletop like this as a wash? Absolutely it is. So these are really handy to have. And again, just for testing the color.
Oh, there's a question on Instagram. How long has fusion paint existed? You mentioned 30 plus years old. So maybe just clarify the
I'll tell
Homestead
you the
House.
history. So my name is Jenny Lynn. I created Fusion Mineral Paint out of a demand for people asking for something like this. They wanted a chalk style paint. You're gonna go get the board?
Yeah, it'll take me 1 minute.
So it's our 10-year anniversary right now this year for Fusion Mineral Paint. I've worked for my parents' company, Homestead House Paint Company, for as long as I can remember. Legally 26 years now. I'm turning 40 this year in a few months, and I've worked for the company since I was 14. So about 10 years ago, well, just over 10 years ago, there was such a demand for a DIY paint. But what people didn't realize is they needed something with a built-in top coat as well. And we have been selling 100% acrylic latex paint for many, many years, 25 years, top-notch, premium quality. And people started using it as furniture paint, but you can also use it on the exterior of your house, pretty much anything. So people do their kitchen cabinets, or the outside of their home. So I created Fusion to sort of replicate that because we had such a great long-standing quality known to Homestead named Fusion. Fusion fuses to the surface. And it was just something a little bit different than Homestead House Paint Company, etc., which is great and beautiful, but just needed a little bit of a tweak to it to have something a little bit different. So Fusion Mineral Paint now has been 10 years, and we started off with 24 colors. Now we have over 70 different colors and metallics and a whole range of other products as well, like glazes and top coats and oils and brushes and everything. Okay, so we found the super dusty original color board from 1989 or
89. Yes.
89. There we go. So there we go. 35 years ago, Homestead House Paint Company, and these are our traditional heritage historical colors. And we've actually brought a lot of these feeling colors back out in the last few years. It's amazing how color just sort of rotates through time. But oh man, I remember making so many like of the coal black is our number one selling color. There's our Acadia Pear there. Gorgeous. Frontenac's a really fun one too. Oh, there's our Midnight Blue, our Liberty Blue, our Homestead Blue. I always loved Renfrew Blue. That was one of my favorites too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, very nice.
It's a bit muted more right now though, but it is, it's old, and this would have been done with our oil paint. So as it ages, it gets a little bit more yellow, more muted.
So there's a little fun fact history for you.
That's so when we had the milk paints and the oil paints. This is before acrylic.
Before the acrylic, yeah. And then we got into acrylic just a couple years later, and that was and then now we don't do oil paints anymore. So we do milk paint still, and we do our acrylic house paint, interior, exterior, and then we do our Fusion mineral paint. Any more questions before we sign off?
No, just some people saying hello. Oh, Ann Stevens from Little Beach in Port Stanley says hello. Come visit.
Yes, definitely.
And so you're on your way to St. Catharines. I don't see any more questions here, but please put the questions down and we will continue to answer them.
Yeah, and join us over on our Paint a Beautiful group on Facebook. We've got nearly 600,000 members there. And if you have any questions for how to paint something or how to stain something, how to prep something, whatever it is, put your questions on there. I have an amazing supportive team that answers all of those questions with truly accurate information. And just if you're looking for inspiration, pop over to that page. It's super handy and helpful.
Sorry, two more. Is it Curiously Pink going to be back?
Yes.
Okay.
Curiously Pink is coming back.
It's coming back, and then
in the next couple months.
Is there a dealer near Belleville or Kingston? There's a dealer in both.
Yes, there's a dealer definitely in Kingston, and I believe in Belleville as well. So if you're looking for where to buy Fusion, hop over to fusionmineralpaint.com, and at the top, hit Shop Local. And what you can do is put in your city, select your, 20 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles, or kilometers, whatever you want to select.
The girls put in the where to buy.
Oh, great. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So go on there. We have over 1,300 locations in North America, and then several hundred locations in about 30 other countries around the world. So I'm sure you'll be able to find it near you. Yay! Right. Yeah, but definitely, we want you going in, shopping local. We have our Shop Local contest. Go on in, take a photo, and tag your retailer, post them on Paint to Beautiful and Instagram.
There's-
We have 10 winners, and you've got another week or so to enter. So check out the contest details, and you can win up to $125 in Fusion products. So that's the prize pack. It's $125, 10 winners, and all you have to do is go into your local retailer and snap a photo of their new color display. Tag us, tag them, use the hashtag, and
the hashtag has been properly put down here in the comments.
oh, great.
By the
Excellent. So
UK
check the
ladies,
comments. They're in there, and I should know that one by now.
Oh, French Vanilla says hello.
Oh, hi.
Proud
Hi,
merchant
Sheila.
for 10 years.
Yes, Sheila in Victoria from French Vanilla Home. Amazing. Actually, it's too long. I haven't been out there for quite some time, and I'm planning on going out there in the next 6 months, so I will definitely stop in and see you in Victoria. I can't wait.
Oh, one last one too. Daysville Design.
Oh,
We've got
hi,
Cindy
Cindy.
McNabb saying
Yes,
hello.
lovely.
Lloydminster, Alberta.
Amazing. I haven't made it. I was close there last year or the year before, but didn't quite make it that far. Well, thanks everyone. Thank you all so much for your support. I hope you love the new colors and so excited to see what you do with them. Okay, I'm off. I will see you live again at 3 o'clock. Hopefully I meet some of you in person out at Victorian Porch in St. Catharines, Ontario. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, everyone. Bye. See ya.
Oopsie. Wait, finish. There we go. I'm not sure how to stop the Instagram live.
I don't know either.
I don't want to press X because X just gets rid of everything.
Okay.